everybody. Welcome to Fractured Focus, episode number 4, the show where we obsess about everything from geek culture to nerd news, along with random topics for discussion. I'm one of your hosts, Ben Gordon, alongside my brother, the illustrious Dan Gordon.
Hello.
Dan, how you doing?
Doing great.
Did you have an awesome week? There's a lot of big stuff that happened this week.
There was a lot of good stuff going on. I'm looking forward to just spraying it all over this podcast.
There we go. That's exactly how he
Yeah.
brings in the watches. The view count is
the
going
Gallagher.
So what'd you play this week?
This week, which we'll get into in a little bit, but Super Mario Run, that was the big one. I also, in preparation for my upcoming acquisition of Final Fantasy 15, I did find Square Enix. They did put out a mobile game called Exvius, which it's a Final Fantasy game. It kind of follows the standard mobile platform, but it's based off of like the old 16-bit sprite animations. So I've been just kind of burying myself into that, just biding my time until December 25th.
It did look cool. I saw you playing that from time to time. That's way better than the pseudo sprites that Square used for when they remade 6, right?
Yes,
it looks like
yes. I mean, they're not trying to. Yeah, doing the.
I don't get what they were doing because it wasn't like flash animation or cartoon, whatever. It was like sprites, but not. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was weird.
But yeah, I mean, it's so far it's been entertaining. They've been able to kind of capture, a typical Final Fantasy game while still using that whole. Well, it's a freemium game, so there are ways to kind of put money into it. Buy to win. Which I'm still proud to say never have, never will. I will bleed this thing dry.
I can quit anytime I want.
I will be one of the leeches.
That's cool. How about you? Coming in live from Omaha, Nebraska, the swinehard himself. Matt, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm tired.
Have you been shoveling a lot?
No, it's been cold, really. We just got a dusting.
Oh, wow. We got a lot
ice.
more than, what did we get, like a foot in the last few days with the
We
storm
got
that came through?
long. We got the foot long. It
The
was
foot long.
It was very uncomfortable.
Who wants a foot long?
That doesn't get old ever. So what are you tired from?
It's a long week.
Yeah.
I had a family member pass away.
Oh, that's too
So
bad.
a lot of long nights.
Sorry about that.
Well, I don't know how to segue from that, so thanks, man.
Well,
I mean,
no,
I know
it's fine.
That's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Well, I had a little
Onward
levity
and
to your
upward at
evening
this point.
tonight.
Yeah, everybody, write down in the comments something positive that we can segue from this.
Yeah.
We can also know how to do it better next time, too. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and jump into our topics. Topic number 1. Super Mario Run finally came out. I don't know about you guys. I'm loving this game. I have played this way more than any mobile game. Before we get into our thoughts, obviously other than the fact that I just said I loved it, but I want to hear what you guys thought, what you like, what you didn't like. Here's just some stats. In its first 24 hours, according to CNET, downloaded over 5 million times. Made a lot of money. Obviously, it's already the top grossing paid app in the App Store immediately within its first few hours. And it even surpassed Pokemon Go as far as first day adoption. In fact, its conversion rate from demo to paid, the full-fledged game, highest I think that's ever been out for a game that you can do a conversion up there. They're estimating up to 20%, which is just disgustingly huge. I think we all saw this coming, but what did you guys think of the game?
Well, yeah, loved the game. I also thought that it just how much buildup there was to this. This is something I'd never seen before in the App Store, but there was actually, whether instead of like an install or buy function, there was actually a new notify because of the lead up to it, which I believe is actually something that they incorporated because of this,
Right? I'm
because
sure.
of the lead up. So, I was at work, of course, all day, so I was like checking my phone like every hour, and then, but yeah. When I got it, it felt like a Mario game.
Yeah, it did.
It really did. As much as like the whole auto run thing, the auto run design for GameWorks, I thought they pulled that off great. The fact that it isn't just almost like a gimmick. They were able to incorporate actual game elements in there as far as timing jumps, long jumps, short jumps. You can even spin punch, all these extra features that honestly I wasn't really expecting that much.
I'm still finding new stuff. Like I didn't know when I jump with Mario a certain way or with Yoshi a certain way that he somersaults that can kill guys.
Yeah.
I didn't like from underneath and everywhere. Like I'm still figuring this stuff out. But yeah.
But yeah, overall it was, and there was still, and I really like the way that they put in like those first 3 stages which were free. That was the perfect amount to really get
Make a decision.
Yeah, for a new player to kind of go in and say, all right, well, how far do I want to take this thing? My impression when this thing was going to be coming out was that you were going to get that, the basic game function, and then once you bought the premium, that's when you unlocked everything else. But it looks like you got a little slice of all three of the gameplay modes to really get like a feel for the game before you really wanted to make the purchase. So it was, even though I was going to get it all already.
Yeah.
I think what they provided as the free part of the game was a great way to pull in a larger customer base. You have about 6 or 7 other stages, 4 stages apiece. So.
6 worlds, and then I don't know if there's secret worlds. I wouldn't be surprised if there were, because I've already found I've got I think 3 warp pipes for secret worlds that I've gotten to try or whatever. So I'm assuming obviously I haven't found everything. There's no way, or maybe they can add stuff before. But I'm guessing all that stuff you're talking about is one of the reasons that they're having such a high conversion rate for people to the paid purchases.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they provided enough of the game where people can really sink in far enough to enjoy the game, and then you're able to actually see all this extra content and really get kind of a feel for, all right, there's going to be value in this purchase. I'm really impressed, and I'm still playing through, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Matt, what did you think?
Impressive game. I love the sound, love the music. Gameplay is great. Now, I'm kind of on the other end of the spectrum. I don't pay for games on my phone, so I still haven't bought it.
What do you think of the demo so far?
Initially, when I played through the first 3, I was a little underwhelmed. Obviously, I kind of stuck with it and played a little bit more, got the coins and all the levels and things like that. I've done the rally stuff. I still don't know if I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, not good enough.
And well, it's not that it's not good enough. It's that it's $10, and I've never paid for a game.
Right.
And most of the things on my phone are for my kids, and I don't pay for those. Those are all free. Now, is it going to make me dig in my pocket? It'd have to be for me and not for my kids to pay the $10. I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence. It's a great game. It's good. I just don't know if it was the right decision. I mean, when I look at the reviews for the game, right now, it's been downloaded a ton of times, but it only has 2.5 stars. When you look at the App Store reviews, that's what you're getting. It's 2.5 stars because people don't want to shell out $10.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is you could play through the 3 levels, and then after that, you just put it down. Go to another app. That you can just move further in, or it just, I don't know, keeps your attention more. But I think it's a great game. It is a Mario game. I love the sound. And it is challenging, even with the first 3 levels.
Yeah. What'd you think of the gameplay?
The gameplay was great. What I almost love the aspect when you start out, it's almost like a parkour thing.
That's a great way
if you're not jumping, he's still like doing cool shit just to get over stuff. And Ben's right. I mean, you're always finding new things. You're always finding a new way to either jump, climb. I love the pauses in the game. I love the 2 arrows that makes you jump further. I love the stars. I mean, they're incorporating everything that makes a Mario game a Mario game.
Yeah.
It's just, are those 3 levels going to be enough of a taste? I just think they should have included the dungeon level, at least for the first one.
Oh, yeah, all 4. So just the
so
first
you have
3.
the whole first world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that would have made that big of a difference, though? I mean, it's pretty much just.
It might have, because at least you see completion.
Yeah.
You're going through. You've completed 1 level.
Sure.
And now it's like, well, I got to continue. But when you leave it at 3, I just don't know. I mean, I could have put it down and not played it again.
Yeah. And
but
it's not a
it looks good and it plays well.
It's not a full-fledged. I mean, it is a Mario Run game. Like, it is a mobile game. It's the best mobile game I've ever played. One of the things I love about too is, since besides just playing through the levels when you're doing that, I didn't think that the Toad Rally would be as much fun as it was. I've had a lot of fun playing against other people and stealing their Toads. That's awesome. That's how you unlock other characters so you can build this stuff. I did not expect that, because I'm not usually big into the multiplayer aspect. Like, I just don't care. But having this aspect where there's this other person that you're kind of playing against, this ghost, just keeps it refreshing, even though you're playing some of the same levels, and you start getting really freaking good at the levels. And then as you're going through the main, what's it called, the World Tour, the main game?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When you're going through that, I like how the levels actually kind of change up a little bit. So after you beat it the first time, or after you beat it and you get all 5 of the pink coins, then you got to try to get all 5 of the purple coins, then 5 of the black coins, and the levels are tweaked a little bit. And man, I've been doing the black coin run to get them all, and there are some levels where I probably played the level more than 100 times.
Oh yeah, and I can vouch for that. Being on the couch in the same room, and Ben is yelling about the blacks. Not like, well, it's okay here, but if you're in public,
you might want to keep a potential racial slur from a passerby down. Uh-huh.
Maybe not at the mall.
Yeah, because I don't think anyone's gonna buy like, oh no, I'm just playing Mario Run. Nope, that's not gonna cut it.
I liked it though. I liked it a lot, and I like how the difficulty gets harder and harder as you go through the levels. How they reincorporated some stuff. Man, some of those ghost levels are just freaking mind-bending. And it's. I'm so glad it's not a freemium game where you pay a little bit for this more, you pay for more lives or stuff like that. That stuff just drives me nuts. And a lot of the ghost levels are kind of this thing where you're gonna have to go at the pace of waiting for the ghosts to get out of the way or disappear before you can get to this next part. And that's actually one of the most frustrating parts about the ghost levels is the time aspect. Like, you have to take your time to wait to get, like, there's no shortcut around it. You can't go left.
Yeah.
You're going one way, the guy is running, so you've got to wait and take your time to get there. And then when you throw in the coins aspect to it, when they start changing up the levels, it's definitely been like the bane of my existence is getting through those ghost levels. But when I finished them all and got the black coins from all of them, oh my God, did it feel good.
Yeah.
There was a reward there, a sense of euphoria that was awesome. But I've loved it so far. I don't think I'm going to do much of the world creation other than just getting the houses for the, to get the other playable characters.
For Yoshi and
Luigi.
Luigi.
I got Yoshi, I got Toad, I got Princess. You get Princess after you beat the game. But then there's still Luigi that I've yet to get, and I guess Toadette. And then I'm assuming, knowing Miyamoto, that there's a whole bunch of secret stuff and secret worlds and stuff I haven't found yet. So I've definitely got some more playability in it too. I'm also not a big mobile game player. I mean, I'd have from time to time bought games, but most of them were probably during the first couple weeks when the iPhone first had apps. I think we talked about that. And then after that, I just haven't much other than a game here or there, like about Final Fantasy IV. Mm-hmm. That game's awesome. I love having that on the go, and that's perfect for the touchscreen interface. But for the most part, I usually don't buy games, at least very often. This I totally would have spent $10 for. Mm-hmm. I just hope that they're not going to feed us with a whole bunch more of add-on freemium stuff later. I like the fact that it was $10. The game's $10. You bought the game, you own the game. If they want to do a sequel, do a sequel. But I don't need any more of this freemium or micro transaction diming you type of stuff too. But I thought it was cool. So what do you think that the game would have needed, Matt, to actually warrant you paying for it? And this is great because we kind of got a good circle of a lot of demographics here. Yeah. So what would have made you actually validate a purchase?
I really do think that 4th level in the tour would have helped.
Mm-hmm.
The rally's fun. I don't know if it changes as far as like you get the tickets now when you beat things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Does that change when you buy it? You just get unlimited rally tickets, or
no? You still get them when you defeat a level. When you get all the coins of a certain type after a level, you get a little bit more every time you finish. I don't know if you get it every time you finish a level. I haven't replayed through the levels unless I had something else to gain by doing, the next coin thing, whatever it was. So maybe that is. But no, as it stands, you get tickets when you defeat a level or you get to the next part of that level, hence the coin aspect of it. You earn more to play. Mm-hmm. So, like, I actually ran out of Toad. I had like 100 Toad tickets, I think, on the first day after playing through a bunch of levels. And I used them all, I think, the second or third day. Mm-hmm. But then, you get more the next day, and you got special.
They recharge with the
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I guess in regards to it, having that 4th, the 1-4 would have been nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would it would let me know what everything is like, 1 through 4, right? Because all the other ones are 1 through 4. I don't know. Am I going to buy it? I don't know. The biggest issue I have with any mobile thing is that I buy it and it's on my phone. It's not like I buy it and it's on the iPad and it's on everything else. As far as for me, I have an Apple phone.
If you have an iPad, I've got it on the iPad and the phone. It transfers.
Yeah, I have the iPhone though.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm not fully integrated with Apple.
Mm-hmm.
So if I bought it, it'd probably be more likely that I'd get it on my wife's phone because she does have the iPad then.
There is a way, actually, you can do it. There's a workaround to do the family sharing. Here's a little tidbit for our audience of 3. Is when you first pay for it, you've logged in with a Nintendo ID, however you linked it, whether it was with, just you set up a Nintendo ID account or you did it with your Facebook or your Google, whatever it was. Then if you go to your device number 2 and let's say it's your wife's phone and, you go into settings and you log out of her iCloud, account, her Apple ID, log in with yours, download the game, get through that demo level so it asks you to pay for it. And then when you do that, you link it to whatever her Facebook, Google, whatever it would be. But at that point, it'll say, well, it's already been purchased by this iCloud account. Do you want to re-download it again for free? You click yes. And it transfers and downloads it for free. Then after that's done, you log out of that iCloud account, put hers back in. So you can do that with multiple accounts. Now, she won't have to do that for her iPad because it's the same account. Well, because she wasn't the one that bought it. Maybe it was. But you get how you can work around that. So we might have to put it on everybody's over Thanksgiving or over Christmas because there's a workaround. Anyway, I just thought that was cool.
No, overall, though, the game is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a Mario game.
It's definitely still a mobile game. It's not, you don't have the tactile buttons. I like you can play with one hand. I would have said that limit would have hit me a lot sooner, but I guess this game's kind of broken that stance from my point of view. Usually there's only so much of a mobile game I can play before I get sick of just holding, a phone like that's this small in front of my face. But I played so much Super Mario Run that's obviously not true. If the content's good enough, I will. Because I've spent a lot of time playing this over since it came out on Thursday.
It's odd to me that it's a vertical game.
Yeah.
That you can't go horizontal with it.
Yeah.
I think that I think that goes to the numbers. This is supposed to be a one-player, one-handed Mario game that you can do really quick. That's what they were aiming for. They were not aiming for the traditional Mario game at all. If you compare it to that, we're going to get frustrated on a lot of different, areas. But for what it was, even the bottom of the screen's got a different thing to muffle a third of the screen with, a matching background of whatever level you're playing. Just so it would be weird if it was all vertical, it would seem weird, but they kind of took the vertical screen and basically only used the top half to 2/3 and used the bottom one as just a filler for your thumb, and so it doesn't look weird that you're playing in this condensed vertical manner. But I think that they did it really well. It's the best mobile game I've ever played on the iPhone. Well, that I can think about. Final Fantasy was cool. I like what they did with that, but yeah, who knows? Cool. I'll tell you what, we'll close with this on this topic. Is there anything that you guys would have done to change it? Matt, you said that you would have added the 4th part of the first world, the castle level.
Yeah.
How about you?
Just a teaser would have been nice for any additional content. Just Miyamoto would kind of came out and just hinting at, by the way, there might be more to this game buried, just beneath the surface. That it's there. Just go out and find it.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, cool, ladies and gentlemen, what did you think? Do you enjoy Super Mario Run? What would you have changed? How much fun are you having with it? Let us know what you think in the comments below.